something of this sort. This is a pre-stretched canvas with a canvas cloth stretched firmly and evenly over a wooden frame. I'm not endorsing any particular product. This is just available in the market. I'm not advocating any particular company or any particular manufacturer. Here is what we call as a board. This is a canvas board, and you can see that this is a canvas fabric stretched on a thick board. So what we do is we need to first get the things in order. We need a canvas or a canvas board, and then we use what we call as something called as gesso. Now what is gesso? Again, I'm just showing what was available in the market, and I have firm faith in this particular company. So this I'm not endorsing. You are free to use whatever your choice is. So this is gesso. Gesso is a white colored. This is a white colored gesso. Gesso is primarily it's a primer. It's a substance which it's a layer which is applied on the canvas, which gives the canvas a good texture and also primes the canvas for being used for a good painting. So what we'll do is we first expose the canvas. We keep this board aside and we'll use the canvas. So we cut it open. This is a fresh piece. Be a little careful. I'll use the smaller side of the knife, the smaller knife. So we just gently cut it. Make sure that you don't run the knife over the canvas. Then you remove this film. This is just a protective film. Here it is. Discard it appropriately. And then we have a little sheet by the company. Again, we discard it. Now we are left with a fresh canvas. So this is the canvas, and you can realize it is a sturdy stretched fabric on a wooden frame. Now we will be applying gesso on this surface. Gesso would simply prime this canvas. By priming the canvas, we ensure that the longevity of the canvas is enhanced, the quality of the surface is enhanced, and we also get a very uniform surface to paint upon. Now I'll be opening up this fresh box of gesso. I've already shaken it very well. I advise you to shake it pretty well before you apply it to the screen. I had already shaken it a lot, so I won't be shaking it much here. And then I just open it up. It's a brand new bottle. Again, we cut it open. And we need a brush. All we would be doing is we'll take this liquid, the gesso, and apply it very firmly and evenly on this surface of the canvas. So I'll just remove this lid, this cover. So we take this gesso, and you see it's a very whitish paste. You can create your own, and you just apply it on the surface very firmly. Make sure the coats are applied thoroughly on the entire surface. The first coat will be a basic coat, which we will accentuate with the finishing coat. Don't worry about the strips that come over it. Just make sure no area has been left undone. You can use a roller brush also. It's all up to you what tools and implements you use. It's all to your choice. This is the fun of painting. Make sure the gesso runs all over the canvas. For a good painting, it is necessary that we give it the best treatment, and each of your paintings is a masterpiece in itself because it symbolizes your occupation with your own time, your way of thinking, the way you express your ideas. Your painting is an extension of your thoughts in colors. So I've already done to a great extent. Then I'll switch it over to the other side. A little bit of gesso has got this paper. Need to clean it off. Right. Don't be afraid of getting your hands colored. You can see these streak markings, these streaks, they come with the application of the gesso and the brush running over it. I'll show you in different patterns that you can see them. Just even them out. or at least make them very straight. Please open that. Slowly. Easy. Do it. Somebody just switched off the lights. I'm sorry, we'll be fixing it in a minute. Yeah, done. Close the door, please. This is my studio and somebody just switched off the lights. So little for grace for painting. So this is how you just strike it across and then you just let it dry. And your canvas will be ready for expression, giving your thoughts and expressions a good, wonderful, rememberable space. You put it at a safe place where it sits to dry. And now we'll proceed with a second canvas. This will be a canvas board. This canvas board. So we have a canvas board all sealed and packed. Again, I'm not endorsing any particular product, but I find them to be very good. So you see it's brand new. So we'll open it up. Again, need the knife. Good that they pack it so well. Remember, when you're using this knife, keep it on the other side, other from the canvas, so that you don't damage the surface. It's always advisable, even if the canvas that you have received or bought is having a coat of gesso, which they generally do, you still, for the sake of ensuring a good quality painting, always put a layer of your own primer. It brings you in a better degree of acceptance of your own art. So now we have already removed the covering. So this is a canvas stretched upon a hardboard. You see there's a little error, if you can make it out, this particular thing. So it won't harm as such. So now what we do is we lay this board on the easel and begin gessoing it. So here's the gesso. Just mixed it once. It's pretty thick, good quality gesso. And press it pretty well. It's a hardboard, so you don't have to really bother about any distortion in shape. Press it firmly so that the gesso gets deep in the fabric. Use all the creases and crosses, and then the final ones should be straight. like this. And then the sides. Don't leave the sides. They're a part of it. Invest on it. One thing you should know that using too much gesso doesn't make too much of a sense. It just adds up to the bulk and the volume of the surface, and at times creates a kind of a difficulty in applying your shades, and also brings a little difficulty in bringing it to a firm, uniform surface. So just be very sure about the amount that you are using. Don't be too frugal, don't be too luxurious. So here we are done with this. So now this shall sit to dry, and in a little while it will be ready to give space to your own expressions. So we keep it in a safe place where there is no dirt and where it can dry at ease. I'll be using this part, just making it a little clinky there, and I'll be putting it like this so there's minimum surfaces in contact. And my rewards will be, well, the rewards are pretty sure. The rewards would be some very good surfaces to paint upon. Let me first close this lid. Make it pretty firm, not just too tight, but just adequately firm. And here we are. Here is the previous one. It's already drying up. And you can see that the fabric has soaked in the gesso pretty well. I'll just see if there are any untouched areas so that we work upon them. Then once more I will just run the brush over it. It is still wet, so I can take this risk of running the brush once again over it. And you can see it's firmly supported. So this is how we smoothen out the surface and prepare our canvas for a beautiful painting. Thank you very much for joining me. We shall meet again once I'm ready to paint on them. Goodbye.